Okay, so bringing yourself into a comfortable seated position, closing your eyes, starting to focus in on your breathing, on your body, on your legs and hips that are on the floor, starting to breathe through your abdomen, and allowing your mind to start to slow down, coming into the present moment here. Taking some time to tune into your body. Focusing on the sensations that are there. And carrying this mindful connection between mind and body through these postures coming up. All right, so just starting with some gentle neck rolls, bringing your head down, bringing your chin towards your chest, and then just gently rolling around in one direction, breathing in as your head comes back, breathing out as it comes forward. Warming up the neck, starting to move the body. And changing direction. And coming back to center, rolling the shoulders back. And forwards. Good. Bringing the arms out to the sides, starring the fingers, and then nice big circles, bringing your arms up, touching the palms overhead, and coming back down. Just starting to warm up the shoulder joints, getting the fluid moving, bathing the cartilage, waking up the muscles and ligaments of the shoulder complex. Breathing in as your arms come up, breathing out as they come down. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And just turning your body to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, turning your torso to the left, starting to warm up the torso. And switching sides, going to the right. Going back to the left. Trying to breathe out as you're turning. Breathing in as you come to the front. Doing a nice rhythmic moving side to side. Using your hands on your knees to just increase the twist a little bit, activating the muscles of your arms to help rotate your torso. Keeping your torso nice and upright, creating dynamic movement through the rib cage and spine. Good. And back to center. You're going to start just rocking side to side, bringing the elbow down towards the thigh. Warming up the lower back, starting to stretch out the muscles between the ribs. Nice dynamic movements to warm the body up. And back to center. Taking your left hand, stretching it out, bringing the right hand up and over. And then nice big arm circles with your right hand, supporting your body, leaning to the left with your left hand so that you can do nice large arcs with your right hand. Breathing in as your arm comes up, breathing out as it comes down. And back to center. Switching sides, putting your right hand out, leaning your torso over to the right, bringing your left hand up and over, and then nice large circles, breathing in as your arm comes up, breathing out as it comes down. Coming back to center, bringing your right hand up behind your head, leaning your left hand on the ground again, and then alternating between exhaling, touching your elbow to your knee, inhaling, opening up to the ceiling, rotating down, exhaling, rotating up, inhaling. Creating movement through the torso, releasing through the shoulder. Good. Switching sides, coming up, putting the right hand down, left hand up, hand behind your head. Same movement, exhaling down to touch your elbow to your knee. Inhaling up, opening to the ceiling. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Continue at your own pace. Good, one more time, down and up, and come back to center. Now bring your legs out, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, and run your hands down your legs, curling your upper body in, tucking your elbows in, curling your upper body down, and coming back up. Again, curling down, pulling in with your arms, rounding through the back, and coming up. One more time, bending forward, pulling with the arms, and coming up. This is a kind of a bind, but not a full bind. Take your hands, put them underneath your knees, and then walk them behind you, putting your head down towards the ground, trying to thread your arms underneath your knees, palms are flat on the floor, and breathing in this curled position. Good. And coming back up. crossing your legs, lifting your arms, nice large circles, activating the muscles on the back of your shoulders. Breathing in as your arms come up, out as they come down. Good. And coming onto hands and knees. Threading the needle, so putting your left hand flat on the ground, lifting your right hand up and overhead, threading your arm through towards the left, breathing out. Breathing in, opening to the ceiling, breathing out, threading through. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Switching sides, planting the right hand down, left hand up towards the ceiling, breathing out, threading your arm through, looking to the right, breathing in, opening to the left, breathing out, rotating to the right. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Bringing your hands flat on the ground. Now this time you're going to take your right hand, thread it underneath so your palm is facing up, and then lay the back of your right shoulder down on the floor. Left hand is on the floor, elbow is bent, and then pushing into the floor, turning your torso towards the left, and rolling the body back. So the forehead is on the ground, stretching across the back of your right shoulder. Good. Letting go, switching sides, taking your left hand, threading it underneath so the back of the left shoulder comes down to the ground. Pushing into the torso with the right hand on the floor, turning the torso towards the right, and then rolling forward so your forehead ends up on the ground, stretching across the back of your left shoulder. Coming back up. Taking your right arm, stretching it out to the side, palm facing down, and bring the front of your right arm down towards the floor, pushing up with your left hand and elbow, so you're releasing across the whole front of the right arm, turning your head to the left, stretching through the front of the shoulder and the chest. And switching sides, pushing yourself up, planting your right hand, taking your left hand out, palm facing down, bringing the front of the left shoulder down to the ground, turning your head towards the right, and pushing into the floor with your right hand so you're turning your torso away from your left arm. Feeling the stretch across the front of your shoulder and the front of your arm, all the way down to your hand. And coming back up. Take your right leg, stretch it out behind you, and then cross it over the midline so that it's on the floor on the left. The top of your foot is on the ground, and then turn your torso so that you're looking at your foot, turning your torso to the left so you're looking at your right foot, which is crossed over the midline. And coming back to center, and then lifting your leg up and over, tapping the toe up and back, crossing over, trying to make a rainbow with your foot. Breathing in as your leg comes up, breathing out as it comes down. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Good. Switching sides, planting the right knee, lifting the left leg up behind you, crossing it over the midline so the top of your foot is on the ground, and then turning your torso to the right so that you're looking at your foot. And coming back to center, and now drawing this rainbow with your left leg. Breathing in as your leg comes up, breathing out as it comes down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Back to center. Now take your right leg, stretch it out beside you, taking your right arm, reach it up and over, so you're opening your torso towards the right. Right foot is flat on the ground. Bending your right elbow, bringing the back of your hand to the small of the back, pushing into the floor with your left hand so you can turn your torso towards the right. Coming back to center, dropping the right hand down, taking the left hand, threading it underneath, and trying to get it closer to your right foot. If you can grab onto your toe, that's awesome. If not, it doesn't matter. Just have your left arm threaded through so the back of your left arm is on the floor. And then take your right hand and reach it up to the ceiling. And coming back down, pushing up with your hands, releasing the right foot, stretching the left foot out beside you, foot is flat on the ground, planting the right hand on the ground, lifting the left hand up, so you're rotating your torso towards the left, pushing into the right hand to open your torso up to the left. And then bending the left elbow, bringing the hand flat on the lower back and increasing the rotation even more. And bringing the torso back to neutral, planting the left hand on the ground. Take the right hand, thread it through so that the back of your right shoulder is on the floor. If you can grab onto your left toe, that's great. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Just allow your right arm to be on the floor and then turning your torso, lifting your left arm towards the sky. And coming back down, planting the hands. Opening both legs up into a wide-legged V. Hands are on the ground. Bending the knees as much as you need to. And drop your elbows down towards the floor, turning the toes inwards just a little bit pigeon-toed, and then allowing the torso to release downwards. Coming back up, planting the left hand on the ground, opening the right hand up towards the ceiling. And bringing the right hand down, lifting the left hand up towards the ceiling. Switching sides, planting the left hand, raising the right, inhaling as your arm comes up, exhaling as it comes down. Switching sides, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Good. Heel toe your feet closer together, bending your knees as much as you need until your feet are underneath your hips, and then roll yourself up. Bringing your shoulders down and back, feet closer together, lifting your arms up overhead. Palms are together, and then leaning your torso over to the right, trying to keep your palms together, tucking your belly button in, tucking your pelvis under, and then rolling the armpit up towards the ceiling. Strengthening your core. And coming up, switching over to the left, keeping your palms together, belly button in, pelvis under, rotating the armpit up towards the ceiling. Good. And coming up, bringing the hands down, lifting the right knee up and hugging it in, flexing the right foot, flexing the ankle so that the right foot is dynamic. Good. Bringing the shoulders down and back, lifting up through the pelvis, turning the hands so they're grasping under the thigh, straightening out the right leg so it's in front of you, pulling up through the pelvic floor to strengthen your pelvis, holding you stable. Bending the right knee, dropping that leg down, switching sides, lifting the left knee, clasping the hands around the knee, flexing the left foot, pulling up with your pelvic floor, making your hips nice and stable, clasping the hands under the thigh, straightening out the left leg, flexing the foot, bending the left knee, bringing the leg down, bringing your right leg into tree pose, stabilizing with your left foot. You can bring your foot to the inside of your shin, your ankle, your thigh. Doesn't really matter. It's not important about how far you go. It's just developing the balance and the awareness in your body. Palms are facing down, shoulder blades down your back, activating the shoulder muscles, and then lengthening out through the arms. Turning the palms up overhead, and then lifting the arms up, reaching them together, drawing all the way up from the floor. And letting the arms come down, releasing the legs, switching sides, planting the right foot firmly on the ground, lifting the left leg up, putting it on the inside of your left leg, wherever you can reach, just not over the knee joint itself. Palms are facing down, arms are out at 90 degrees, shoulder blades down your back, lifting up through the torso, through the pelvis, turning the palms so they're facing the ceiling, and bringing the arms up overhead, palms to reach together. Breathing comfortably. Drawing the arms in a large circle coming down. Releasing the foot, bringing the legs out. Turning the feet outwards and then sinking down into a plie position. Tucking the pelvis under, lifting up through the core, through the chest. Arms out to the side, palms are facing down. Holding this position. And then just little gentle pulses up and down, pushing with the feet as you come up through the hips, and then lengthening out through the arms. Good. Back down. Bring the palms together at the heart center. Activating the muscles on the back of your hips. And lifting your hands up overhead, reaching towards the ceiling. And straightening the legs, keeping the arms up, reaching all the way up. Bringing the arms down to 90 degrees, palms facing down. First lifting your right heel off the ground and back down. Left heel, back down. Right, back down. Left, back down. Try doing both at the same time. And back down. Again, both heels. Turning the palms facing up. Lifting the arms up overhead. Reaching all the way to the ceiling. And back down. Bringing your toes facing forward. Leaning the torso forward, wrapping the hands around the back of the legs, pulling your torso forward. Bending the knees, rolling the body up. Bringing the shoulders down and back, putting your hands on the back of your body, on your lower back, fingers pointing down, shifting the hips forward, arching your back, leaning back. And coming up. And again, shifting the hips forward, squeezing the elbows, lifting the chest, dropping the head. And coming up. Bring the arms out to the side. Turn your left foot so your foot is 90 degrees. Jog the hip out towards the right. And then tilt your torso over to the left. Right arm up to the sky. Trying to create a T shape with your arms. If you want to put your hand anywhere on your left leg for support, you can do that. Trying to keep both legs straight. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Stabilizing with your feet. And then from here, bring the right arm up and over towards your ear, trying to get it parallel to the floor. Releasing all the way up the right side of the body. Good. And rooting through your feet to rise your torso up, coming back into your neutral position. Bring your left foot facing forward, right foot turning 90 degrees so it's perpendicular to your left. Jog your hips out towards the left and then shifting your torso down, lifting your left arm towards the ceiling, holding onto your right shin if you want, or if you want more core activation, you just let your right hand be against your inside of your right leg. Keeping the feet nice and active so they're supporting your body. And then taking your left hand, bringing it up by your ear, trying to get it parallel to the floor, releasing all up the left side of the body. Good. Lifting the left arm up, pushing into the feet to help lift your torso. Coming back to center, bending yourself forward, wrapping your two peace fingers, your index finger and your middle finger around your big toe, curling your third and fourth finger in towards your palm and locking them down with your pinky. And wrapping your two peace fingers around your big toe, pulling your torso in. Taking your thumb, pressing it onto the big toenail. So you're squeezing your big toe, top and bottom, creating a bind with your fingers, and then pulling your torso in. Good. Bending the knees, rolling yourself up. Coming back up. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. If you need your band, use it. Otherwise, stabilizing on your right foot, bending your left foot so that you can hold your ankle, tucking your pelvis under, trying to have your left leg going down towards the floor, lifting your right arm up, thumb is towards the back of the room, activating the muscles on the back of your shoulders, tucking your pelvis under, staring at one spot on the floor to keep your balance. And letting go, dropping the left foot down, stabilizing on the ground, bending the right knee, holding onto the right ankle, tucking your pelvis under so your right knee is pointing right towards the ground, lifting your left arm up, thumb towards the back of the room, activating the muscles on the back of your shoulder, lifting up through the pelvis and the torso. And coming down. Shifting the body forward, bending into the right knee, bringing the hands down towards the ground, and then lifting the left leg up off the ground, bringing it out behind you, bending into your right knee as much as you need to, having your left leg so that the thigh and knee are pointing down towards the ground. And switching sides, keeping your knees bent, planting the left foot, bending the left knee as much as you need to, taking the right leg and stretching it out behind you. Turning the thigh so that the knee and thigh are pointing right down to the ground. Keeping the right leg elevated behind you. Dropping the right knee, planting the feet, shifting the body back, coming up into chair pose, lifting the arms, thumbs towards the back of the room, shifting the weight onto the back of the heels, lifting the arms, lifting the chest, tucking your tailbone under, and standing up, bringing the hands towards the heart center, going into a modified flow. So lifting the arms up, breathing in, swan diving forward, breathing out, lifting the torso halfway, breathing in, diving forward, breathing out, bending the knees slightly, coming into standing, arms up overhead, breathing in, breathing out, diving forward, coming towards your legs, breathing in, lifting halfway, breathing out, bending forward, breathing in, standing up, arms overhead, breathing out, diving forward, breathing in, lifting halfway, breathing out, bending forward, breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, bringing the hands towards the heart center, shifting the torso forward, lifting the left leg up off the ground, trying to keep your right leg straight this time. You can bring your hands out to 90 degrees, palms towards the ground, pointing the back foot to begin with, trying to create a T shape with your body, and then flexing the back foot, lifting with your glutes, strengthening the back body. Bending the right knee, standing back up, hands towards the heart center, switching sides, stabilizing on the left foot, bringing the right leg out behind you, leaning the torso forward, creating a T shape with your body, bringing your arms out to the side, palms facing down, pointing your toe to begin with on the right, and then flexing the foot and feeling the difference in the muscle activation. Good. Bending the left knee, standing up, bringing the hands to the heart center, arms up overhead, breathing in, breathing out, diving forward, bending the knees, coming down onto hands and knees. And then straightening the left leg out behind you, planting the left hand firmly on the ground, lifting the right arm, thumb is towards the ceiling, tucking the belly button in towards the spine so you're activating the core, strengthening up the back, all the stabilizing muscles. Good. Switching sides, left hand down, right hand down, stretching out the right leg, stretching out the left arm, thumb is towards the ceiling, belly button tucked in towards your spine, strengthening up the back body. Dropping the hands and knees, Dropping the hips back over your heels, walking the hands forward, coming into child's pose. Bending the elbows, bringing the palms together into prayer pose and bringing them behind your head, trying to get your thumbs down between your shoulder blades. Stretching up the back of your arms, in through your armpits. Letting go of the arms, shifting your torso forward, stretching your legs out behind you, dropping your pelvis down onto the ground, lifting your chest, keeping your neck in a neutral position, sliding the forearms back a little bit to elevate the chest a little bit more. And coming down. Good. See where we are here. Okay, coming onto your back. Keeping the left leg bent with the foot flat on the floor. Stretch the right foot out, hovering it over the floor. Tucking your pelvis under so your lower back is flat on the ground. This is a modified boat pose. And then lifting your torso up, reaching with your hands towards your feet, holding in this position. Dropping the torso down. Bending the right leg, planting the right foot, stretching the left foot out, hovering it over the ground, keeping the lower back firmly on the ground, and straightening the arms out. Lift the torso, reaching towards your feet. Good. Dropping the torso, bending the left leg so your feet are flat on the ground. Straighten out the arms, lifting the torso up, holding here. And then you're going to try and touch an ankle, reach the right hand over to the right, tap your right ankle. Shift over, tap your left ankle so you're going from side to side, strengthening your core, activating your obliques. Good. Coming back to center, dropping the torso, lifting the arms up and overhead. Palms are together, stretching the arms up and along the ears. And then straightening your legs out, pointing the toes, and lengthening up the whole of your body, from fingertips to toe tips. And letting the arms come back down. Planting the feet, squeezing the inner thighs so they're hugging in towards each other. Press into your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, push down on the ground with your upper arms, lengthening up the front side of your body, activating the shoulders and the arms in the back, holding this position. Making sure the feet are flat and fully engaged and the insides of your thighs are activated so your knees are not splaying way out to the side, but staying pointing forward. Good. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll your upper torso down till your pelvis gets on the ground. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest, releasing the lower back. And stretching your legs out, coming into Shavasana. Tucking your shoulder blades under. Palms are facing towards the ceiling. Just jostling your legs a few times and then letting them flop out to the side. Allowing your body to integrate everything that's just happened. Feeling the fluids moving around your body in a healthy way. And starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, rotating your wrists and your ankles, going the other direction, bending the knees, grabbing the backs of your thighs and rocking yourself back and forth a few times, massaging the spine. Good. And sitting up for meditation, grab some water first. And come sitting up. You can put a cushion underneath your hips if you want to prop yourself up to make it easier. Now we're going to do the apex breath again. So that's holding the breath at either end for a count of 3 to 5. And that allows you to tune into your higher self in a way that the active breath does not. So the awareness is really, it's on the breath as it moves through, but then when you're holding at the top or holding at the bottom, you get a different level of awareness. So close your eyes, focusing in at the third eye point, and you're going to breathe in, hold the breath at the apex for 5, breathing all the way out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding the breath out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding the breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, holding in, breathing out, holding out, breathing in, holding in, breathing out, holding out. Now you're going to continue at your own pace. If you want to hold for longer on either end, you can do that. Just try and keep the amount that you're breathing, that you're holding at the top or at the bottom, the same. The length of breath in between is not as important for this breath. One more round. And then when you're done, bring your hands to your heart center. Bowing the head. And just feeling the difference in your mind and your body from everything you've just done. Feeling gratitude in your heart for the people in your lives, for the things that are going well, for the lessons that you're learning on the challenging things. And feeling grateful for all the blessings in your life. Namaste.